go-kart. Nah, gang, I ain't gonna lie. If you were Team Drake without this whole rap beef, I just want to say, how does it feel to lose? I can't lie. Drake is done. These last 2 weeks have probably been the best time in music history since the Biggie and Tupac beef. I'm talking about, gang. The shit that has been built up since the end of April to right now is probably the best shit to witness if you've been paying attention. For some people that really don't know why Drake is getting so much hate, I have this clip for you. Now, I'm gonna need you to lock in because it's kind of long, but it's worth the watch. Take a look.
Meet Aubrey Graham. See, Aubrey had a problem. Everyone hated him. And it's so much more people than you can imagine. I'm gonna need y'all to lock in. When The Weeknd was first coming up, Drake said, sign on my label. The Weeknd said, nah. Drake said, okay, can you help me with some songs? No, The Weeknd said, sure, why not? Drake said, can you help me with some more songs? And some more songs. Matter of fact, can you just give me half your album? The Weeknd said, I don't really have a choice because I'm a new artist, but I'm not going to sign your label. Drake said, that's okay. We're still friends. Then Drake started dating his ex-girlfriend, Bella Hadid. Meet A$AP Rocky. Drake took him on his first tour ever, but Drake noticed something. A$AP Rocky kept hanging out with this girl named Rihanna, and Drake really liked that girl named Rihanna. Fast forward years later, A$AP Rocky gets married to Rihanna and they have kids. Drake didn't like that very much. So Drake starts saying mean things about him and his wife, so he gets mad. Meet Ricky. He thought Drake was a little weird because of the whole Meek Mill situation and for the fact that Drake called for a cease and desist on a French Montana song behind the scenes. But Rick said, we're still friends. Rick Ross then features on Metro Boomin's new album, does not say anything about Drake, but Drake took it some type of way. So Drake invites Rick Ross's ex-girlfriend to his concert. Rick Ross doesn't like that very much, so he gets upset. Which brings us to Metro Boomin himself, who's the man who kind of started this whole thing. See, Metro didn't really like Drake because Drake has always been weird in the industry. He thought it was a little strange that Drake was still getting awards for an album that nobody listened to, and Metro was not getting any awards for his album that everyone listened to. Drake said, screw you. Metro said, screw you back. Future didn't have no big problems with Drake, but he's very close with Metro Boomin, and he's been in the industry a long time. He knows. So he probably thought, I see where Metro's coming from, but it wasn't that deep for him. Drake didn't see it that way. Future, you chose your side. I don't care if you're talking about me or not on the album. Screw you too. Pusha ain't really had no problem with Drake like that, but I need you to pay attention. Drake had a problem with Pusha T because Pusha T had a problem with Drake's mentor, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne had a problem with Pusha T because Pusha T had a problem with Lil Wayne's mentor, Birdman. Pusha T had a problem with Birdman because Birdman didn't pay Pharrell money for a beat. And Pharrell and Pusha T go way back to the days they weren't famous. Another trend you'll see in all these beefs is Drake inserting himself in a position he just doesn't need to be in. Like Megan Thee Stallion, she was having a problem with somebody named Jay Prince, Tory Lanez. Drake said, ooh, let me hop in. So Drake makes a song about her saying some crazy things. It gets wicked. He then gets mad at John Moran, starts to beef over a girl. He then starts beefing with Common because Common dated Serena Williams and Drake likes Serena Williams. He then starts beefing with A$AP. Did I mention him? He then starts beefing with Ye. It's always been a love-hate thing between them. But then when the Pusha thing happened, Pusha T is signed to Kanye's labels. They were close, so Kanye chose Pusha T's side. But then Drake starts getting close to Kim Kardashian. Kanye thought that was weird, so he said, screw you, Drake. He's also had beef with Tyga, Joe Budden, Jhené Aiko, Tinashe, Childish Gambino, I believe. A million people. But most of all, the people have always been a little annoyed with Drake. Fun fact, Drake as well as Kid Cudi and Kanye were the first people to make semi-nerdy cool in the rap game. Those three were in the forefront of rap is changing. But everyone tolerated Kanye and Kid West, but Drake took things to a whole nother level. Let's just be frank, Drake is half white. But that's not the problem. The problem is to many people, Drake puts on a persona of blackness. If you're not black, that's not up for discussion. Listen closely. J. Cole is half white, but he acts like J. Cole. Accepted. Lil Yachty is from the suburbs. Acts like Lil Yachty. Accepted. So Drake being half white and being from the suburbs really has nothing to do with it. It's the fact that he pretends to be someone he's not that kind of annoys some people. It's the fact that many artists claim that he takes their songs. XXXTentacion is one of these people. This is why his whole crew OVO hates them, because they make music too. But apparently he takes all of their songs and doesn't let them release any music. It's the ghostwriter claim. It's the fact that he's always messaging young women. It's the random petty stuff he does online. Now you may be asking yourself, has all this been going going on for 15 years. Why would people still mess with Drake like that? Well, that's because he was making good music. The moment he stopped making very good music, the bubble that he'd been building for so many years was ready to pop. And then there's Kendrick Lamar. See, Drake took Kendrick on his first tour, the same one that he took A$AP Rocky on. But then Kendrick comes out with a song called Control. It's a Big Sean song as well. And Kendrick is throwing shots at everybody in the industry, but it's friendly competition. He said, I got love for you all. Everybody he named was cool with it. In fact, they said, if you got named in that Kendrick verse, that means you're a good rapper. Everyone except for Drake. You see, Drake took it the hardest. He took it very personal. Drake went to Kendrick, said, Kendrick said, huh? Drake said, why would you say you got love for me, but then say you want to take the rap crown from me? I would like an apology. Kendrick said, okay, I'm sorry that you took it the hardest. In fact, I hate you. And I've always hated you. You know why? Because you're weird. I don't like your morals. I never wanted to say anything. But it turns out I just found out that I'm a little weird as well. So, let's talk about it. Drake said, fine, we finna see who the craziest. Kendrick said, you don't want to do that. Everyone in the industry tried to tell Drake, you don't want to do that. Drake did it. And well, that's why we're here now.
So now, as you can see, Drake has been doing light-skin shit from the jump. And niggas just ain't been fucking with bro. Simple. But then you start looking at it like, damn, this shit makes sense. Nigga been dropping bangers for 15 years. But the moment he started really clogging music, I say 2 years, the way he been clogging music is like, nigga, you putting too much out to the point where you don't have no real classics from these last couple albums that is like, it's making it hard for a nigga to be like, damn, this is the number one nigga. Because it's like, nigga, you clog the sound waves so much that it's like, bro, now you yapping. Now niggas don't want to hear that. So niggas basically took fire. And we not going to act like Kendrick ain't bait him into this shit the most. Because you already know Metro started this shit. But Kendrick came out with that one verse and it was like, all right, nigga, I want y'all to know, fuck a big three because I'm better than you niggas. And Drake took that one hard as fuck as well. So they went back and forth, to the point where Drake tried to expose Kendrick for being a woman beater, things like that, things of that nature, and being touched. And then Kendrick came right back with, nigga, you're a pedophile with an 11-year-old daughter. Holy fuck. Now take a couple looks at these next clips.
Because none of us believe that shit, bro. Number one, Buddy said whoever you got your info from is a fucking clown. Then proceeds to say, nah, it was us that gave you the false info. So y'all are clowns?
Up not far down, the ones that you getting your stories from, they all clowns.
A few seconds later,
We plotted for a week and then we fed you the information.
On Euphoria, Kendrick was like fabrications on the family front because you heard Mr. Morale. I can predict your every angle. Drake drops Family Matters. Now you let me know, how the fuck did Kendrick know Drake was dropping Without a Mole? How did Kendrick know to position his track name in the same category as Drake, Without a Mole? That's damn near impossible without one. One of the lines of Family Matters, J. Cole's the only person losing sleep. Why is there sleeping pills with your name on it on Kendrick's cover? There's a Maybach hearse in Drake's video. How the fuck does Kendrick have a picture of Maybach gloves? This man Drake said Ozempic has a side effect of jealousy and the doctors ain't tell y'all niggas. There's a pack of Ozempic on the fucking cover. And Kendrick been had this picture before Drake even dropped his track. You mean to tell me that Kendrick got fake evidence that Drake was about to lie in his own track before he even dropped it? That's like if I give you this and it got my name on the bottom and you post a picture like this and I make a video saying I ain't never using no great value disinfectant spray, it's only Clorox over here, and you post a picture like these and they can clearly see my name on the fucking bottom. Are you going to believe me if I get back on this bitch and be like, nah, I gave you some fake evidence, bro? What? Now with the 11-year-old kid, I wouldn't be surprised if Kendrick lied about that because Drake lied about him beating his wife. Now you let me know, why is Whitney's brother rooting for Kendrick on Twitter if Kendrick put his hands on his sister? No nigga on this planet would root for somebody that just beat their sister. Drake said the reason why you trying to call me a speedo so much is because you got played with when you were younger. And he tries to refer back to the Mother I track. Now if y'all pea-brain ass niggas would have listened to that track, he's talking about the fact that his mother got played with. She thought that his cousin played with him. He said that did not happen and she didn't believe him due to the trauma that she went through. This nigga Drake was blatantly lying all throughout his track. So that whole part of, just throw that shit out the fucking window. Why the fuck are you bringing up Millie Bobby? Nobody ever brought...
Like, gang, Drake can't come back from this shit. Yes, what Kendrick said about his 11-year-old daughter might have been fabricated just a little bit, but it's like Drake didn't even take the time to really think about what he was going to respond to. Just said whatever the fuck. And it's now like, damn, I'm fucked. Because, bro, even in that last diss Drake dropped, Nigga sound like he gave up at the end. He's like, well, I know you probably got 10 in the chair, but you just might as well drop them bitches because I don't even give no fucks no more. But in the beginning of the whole beef, he forced Kendrick's hand. He's like, nigga, you can drop whatever the fuck you want. Bet I beat you, nigga. Now look at this light-skinned nigga, black and blue. Shit is tough. Shit is sick. I'm talking about, gang, Kendrick dropped the diss of the century. Got every club jumping.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
And it goes to even further states. Now the #1 Drake Glizzy Gobbler is saying Kendrick is up in the ranks.
You have Dot winning right now, correct?
Okay, yeah.
That's my explanation.
But we're talking about someone completely violating the other person. Again, these are two able.
Listen to me. Listen to me, bro.
I'm listening.
Listen to me.
Yes.
You have all this proof. You've done your due diligence that they're lies, correct?
Yes.
And as of today, you have Dot up, yes?
Yes, and it's mostly
that's my explanation. That's it. You know everything you know. You have Dot up right now. That's my explanation. That's all I got for you, bro.
And so you're gonna completely ignore the part where I'm saying Drake could drop another record, or there could be an exchange of 2 other records, and I could have a completely different opinion. I literally had a difference.
I said as of right now. I'm asking as of right now. That's all we got.
All right. If Kendrick gets the better of this, I'm going to get upset at Kendrick that if you're this good, if you're this guy who's even better than the guy who I really like, you show up once every 5 years, you don't put out music, you're not ever president of music, like that create a disdain for a like, bruh, you don't deserve the title of being king. If you think that you just get to sit on that throne and not be able to do what I do like about Drake, he did the that if you're king, you got to do. He accepted every challenger. He tried to help young coming up. He tried to be president. When I said, what top 5 you smoking on? I don't think you've been president in this culture, my if we gotta go 5 years without hearing from you, it bothers me. I don't think you're that busy. I don't think your family life is that much. So when I got a who's been playing that role all along, and if you're better than him, well, do the he's doing times 10. It bothers me. I'm sorry.
Niggas finna have a snob fest. It's over. And add salt to injury. The last 2 dishes speak for themselves who won. Not like us replaced #1 spot from Euphoria. So you need to tell me Kendrick replaced his #1 diss track with another #1 diss track? The whole time Drake's last diss has more dislikes than likes, nigga. It's over, nigga. Dig a fucking grave for that nigga Drake. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, because we see that the title contender has simply swiped the title from the nigga. There's really no more to say. Till next time.
Live, laugh, love, bitch.